stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up. And throughout the world today.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I'm Jesse Lee Peterson. Good morning. Hi, y'all. You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773, 888-77-JESSE. JESSE, excuse me. We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on jesseleepeterson.com/show. jesseleepeterson.com/show. And if you're running around and you just can't sit and watch the show, no matter where you are or who you are in the world, we are heard around the world Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific time. So some of you have busy things to do. You say, well, I'm a podcast, but I would love to be listening to the show as it has happened. You say, you can by calling the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to Buy Me a Coffee. BuyMeACoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. Amazing, huh? It's Tuesday. And one of my favorite days because Tuesday is and will always be country and western Tuesday. Yeehaw!
All my thoughts, well, they've all been lies.
Nice.
They let me down every single time because the devil's been making homes inside my head. The good, the bad, the glad, the sad. If I could let them all go and give them to God, well, maybe he'd take this anger from my soul. And I'd shine like a light that's too bright to see. And I could lean on God so he could lean on me. Forgiveness, righteous, perfect peace.
Amazing. Amazing. I know country and western music. Beyonce is not country and western. What the? Oh, amazing. So listen, for those who want to have ears to hear. And because I talk to a lot of folks nowadays, counseling, and best counseling service on this side of heaven, by the way, by phone, Skype, or walk-in. Be patient because I am booked, but the first opening will put you in. And if someone cancel or reschedule, let me know. We'll let you know. I want you to know right now, and it's up to you. You, listen up. This is so deep, I don't even know what to tell you. And it's true. It's deep and true. I want you to know right now, you can leave the party. In the middle of the party, you can get up and leave. Really? In the middle of the conversation, in the middle of the fight, in the middle of whatever, you can get up and leave. And yes, when all of a sudden you decide, I'm done with this, they're going to attack you. They're going to go after you. And then they'll find other one to replace you with because they can't be alone. Those inside your imagination and those outside of you, inside of others, they cannot be alone. And so they will attack you. But that's fine because there is no you to attack. I want you to know, as of right now, do what you want. But as of right now, you don't have to be you any longer. Really. It's so mind-blowing, I don't even know what to tell you. I want you to know you've been taught wrong. From childhood, age 2, 3 years old, to now. You have been taught how to think. You have been taught how to live. You have been taught how to act. You have been taught how to be. And all that. You have been taught the culture. So you identify with your culture. You have been taught everything wrong. You have been taught everything wrong. And you're paying a price for it. You're suffering. You are afraid to stand alone. You're afraid to lead a party. And when the party is ending, fear come upon you and you cry. The party is ending. What will I do now? Where will I go now? I don't want to go home to that don't mean wife of mine, or that don't mean husband of mine, or that empty home, you may say. And then you say, well, I got to be of some type of ritual, a religious ritual, or some type of ritual. Thousands of other people are part of it. It must be right. Even though it's not working, it must be good. Even though it's not bringing me peace, I got to be a part of a ritual. I got to be part of some culture. You lie to yourself, and you suffer, and you cry. You are afraid to be free. What a sad way to live, huh? You are afraid of the noise inside of your own mind. And there's a lot of noise going on inside your mind. And you are afraid of the noise inside of others. What a sad way to live. Have you noticed that every time a thought comes upon you, you tremble, you doubt, you fall apart. You won't stay present and examine that thought or thoughts. Is this real or not? You want to examine to see if it's real. You go into tears. you go into fear. You go into doubt. You go into jealousy, strife, revenge, loneliness, suicidal thoughts. You go right along with it. And you never pause to say, you know, at this time, I'm not going to obey. I'm going to watch and see what happens. I'm going to trust the light of which I'm afraid to trust. But this time, I'm not going to, shaking in my boots, I'm not going to go with thoughts and feelings and see what happens. You're afraid to trust God. You're afraid to trust God. Oh, you sing about him. You Allah about him. You Catholic about him. You Jewish about him. You have your little Hanukkah, or whatever you do every Friday, and when you don't go to work and you don't drive or whatever. You're part of the ritual, but nothing about you is changing. You still don't want the party to be over. You don't want to be alone. And even though it's not working, you don't want to be alone. What a sad way to live. It reminds me of some people who retire from a job, and they are so accustomed to 50 years of going to work because they have to go, they have to be on time, they have to punch the clock, they have to do this and that. And they've been trained that way. Their masters tell them, you got to be there. And they obey. And they live that way for 50, 60 years. And then one day, they retire. And they have to retire. They're too old to go now. And they retire from that job, and they fall apart. Because now they don't, what am I going to do? I don't have anyone to tell me what to do. I don't have anyone to tell me what time I have to show up and what time I have to leave. What do I do with myself? And they fall apart. And likewise, when you have to live without this false self, or this false self is making an attempt to depart from you, you fall apart. Well, who will I be if I'm not my emotions? Who will I be if I'm not angry? Anger is a human emotion, you say. How would I function if I don't have it? Even though in your anger, in your phony emotions, love emotions, hate emotions, whatever, you're miserable. You still say, well, who will I be? How I won't get up and fight for the people if I'm not angry, you say. And you go out and you fight for the people, and nothing changes. They pat you on the back for a minute, and you feel the thrill from that pat on the back. And as soon as the crowd is gone, you cry again. And you try to come up with something else to fight for the people so you can feel alive. You can feel thrill. You've been taught wrong. You've been taught wrong. I want you to know, I don't care if 150 trillion people stay at that party because they're afraid to go home. You can lead a party right now. You've been taught wrong how to think and how to be and how to live, and it is not working. And you won't let it go. Oh, you read the Bible, you read the Quran, you read the Talmud Bible. What's the Jewish Bible called?
The Talmud?
Talmud.
That's the other Jewish Bible, I think.
Oh, you read the Talmud, the Torah. You're dressing your outfits. but you're afraid to lead a party, meaning that you're afraid to stand alone and see if God is with you. Oh, you say, oh, the Lord is with me. God is with me. You say it and you smile and you fake it, and God is not with you. You still have fear. You still want to belong. You're afraid to let your culture go. You're afraid of what you've been taught to let that go, knowing that it's not work. You've been taught how to be nice or how to be mean. You've been taught all of your life to listen to outside teachers and not the teacher within. You're the Christians especially would talk about the teacher. Oh, I got the Holy Spirit, they say. The Holy Spirit. They don't even trust it. And they think that the Holy Spirit is emotional. They think that when they're shouting, when they're crying, when they're rejoicing, they think they got the Holy Spirit. What lost people, huh? You've been taught wrong from day one. It didn't work for those people who taught you how to live, how to be, and it's not working for you. In God, there is no thinking. But in the world and in your imagination, you've been told to think. You got to think your way out of your problems, they tell you. And thinking your way out of your problem has never worked, and it would never work. But you think anyway. I got to figure out how to get out of this. I got to figure out this and that. And it doesn't work. And you still think that you can think your way out of a problem. Can you be any dumber than that? Christ said to see your way out. Evil says to think your way out. And you try to think your way out. And all you do is think your way right into another situation. Situation after situation after situation. I want you to know, anyone that's into thinking, whatever your situation is this day, a year from now, is going to be the same or worse. Because you're trying to think your way out of a situation. Can you be any dumber than that? The people who taught you to think your way out of a situation, they were never able to think their way out of any situation. They went from one situation to another one. If you want to stop your situations, you got to stop thinking. You got to stop thinking within your imagination, your thoughts. All thoughts are all lies all the time about anything. And then you got to stop listening to the thoughts of others. Let no man teach you, but the Spirit within you will teach you all things. But you don't even trust that. You trust a guru. If someone is not pointing you back to you, that's your enemy. They're using you so that they can feel about and for themselves. They want you to rely on them. If you notice, Christ never taught you to believe in him. But he taught you that what he was telling you about someone else that was in him, the Father. And when you believe that, you follow the Father. You don't follow Christ. You follow the Father. Because Christ was always putting you back on you. He said, why y'all acting like this over me? It ain't me. It's the Father that's in me doing the work. I can't do this. What the? And you worship him. And by worshiping him in your mind and emotions, it sets you a mile apart from Christ. You haven't even realized that the distance between you and Jesus Christ are thoughts and emotions. It separates you from him. What a sad way to live, huh? Do what you want. But you could be free right now if you're willing to, if you want to. Death must precede life. The ego death, the illusion death, the pretense death. The fate death, the fate life that's not even there. It must precede life. You got to let it go. And you're afraid to let go. You're trembling right now with the idea of letting it go. Who will I be if I don't think? Who will I be if I'm not the life of the party? Who will I be if I don't make sure people love me and like me and want me at the party? Can you get into dominant? Who will I be if I'm not angry? Or who will I be if I don't make myself feel good? You're afraid of not being. And you're never going to be until you stop being. Isn't that amazing? You've been taught wrong from day one. And all of the billions of people on the planet, you think just because they all say and feel the same way, you think that's the way it should be? It's not at all. Look how they fight. They fight one another. They'll fight against you if you try to lead a party. And then once you're gone, when they see you really going to leave and you're gone away from the party, the crowd, then the crowd would turn on itself. They turn on each other. Do what you want. You could be free, or you can live a whole lifetime in misery, afraid, lonely, sad. You've been told, you know what? You should get an education. You should get married. You should have, and you think, oh yeah, that's what's going to bring me joy. And you get married, you get an education, you get married, you buy the house, you have the children, and then you realize, I'm not happy. They told me this was going to make me happy. I'm miserable. All these problems. Now I got to fight with my wife. Now I got to worry about the children. And then the mother turned them against you. And you get the education and you pay $100,000, $200,000 for it. Now you're stuck with an educational bill. And you got to work hard to try to pay that off. Or you're on welfare and you're relying on the government to take care of you, and then the government shut down. And now you ain't getting no EBT card, money on your EBT card. And now you're mad at the government. You don't have to be you anymore. You really can be free, but you got to let it go. You got to trust living in the present and not in your head thinking about the illusion of the past or future that doesn't even exist, or your emotions that you call your own, and they're not. Your thoughts and your emotions are not yours. They're not your own. All thoughts are all lies all the time about anything. Look how vicious people, human beings are so wicked, I cannot find the depths of how evil they are. And you get knowledge, and you're so dumb, you hold on to the knowledge, and you never get the understanding. And you're lost. Look what's happening in my country. People fighting people who, in their right mind, will fight over lawbreakers coming into your country illegally, breaking the law. And they've been taught, oh, it's asylum seeker. They told you to say that on the way here. And you got people in a country that should be free fighting against deporting the people who are here illegally out. Did you ever imagine that? What kind of sense that makes? You know you're lost. It's all for the thrill, though. It's not even real. It's just for the thrill. Oh, I'm helping the illegal. I'm fighting for the family. I'm fighting for the children, you say. It's for the children. You're lying. It's for you. Your thrills are your thrills. It has nothing to do with anyone else. When you're feeling something, when you're in pain, or when you're feeling good, it's a sign that something's wrong with you. It's wrong with you, and it's in you. You're not supposed to be feeling all this stuff, but it's ego feeling, and you love it. According to NPR, one of the biggest days of protests against the Trump administration policies happened on Saturday in cities around the country in the U.S. Watch this.
To the presidency now. And quite a week for Donald Trump, filled with triumphs and troubles. Here's our Robert Costa.
President Trump's critics took to the streets Saturday.
What do we do? Fight back.
Organizers said there were more than 2,600 events nationwide. They were called No Kings protests, a nod to alarm about Trump's use of power, from immigration raids to the deployment of federal troops in cities. The crowds were energetic, and speeches were fiery.
We will not move toward authoritarianism in America. We, the people, will rule.
As for Trump, he mocked the protests on social media.
I didn't see that. You have probably one of the greatest president the country has ever had. And you fight against it. It's like having a good father in the home, and because the mother hates the father and turn you against him, you fight the good father and you suffer. Instead of being grateful that finally we have a president that is truly working hard to put America first. And instead of helping and supporting that, you go out and get your thrill and pretend you fight against a king. The president never said he was a king. If he was a real king, you wouldn't be able to go out there and fight, believe me. But because some other evil people, the crowd, call him a king, you fall prey to that and you go with it. And it's all for the thrill. Hey, you must go, whatever they say. Those are just thrills. They feel good doing that. It ain't about nothing else but that. The ego death must precede life. It must go first. And you, as an individual adult, man or woman, are responsible for overcoming. Nobody else is. Not even your husband or your wife or your children. You and you alone must return to truth. You've been taught wrong. It ain't about color. It ain't about male or female. It's about good versus evil. And I'll be back in a moment. Oh, amazing. So, here's what I recommend. I invite you to download my silent prayer, and I want you to start doing it. You just download it, get the points of how to do it, and then after a while, you just do it on your own. It's going to point you in the right direction that your life will be returned to you from God. He will give you your life back because anyone and all people who has anger, they're not themselves. You are the person that you are angry at. That's why it's so important to get to know yourself so that you can see who you're angry at. And if you're doing the hooping and hollering prayers and things like that, some people get up, oh, praise the Lord, hoop and holler, bless my mama, bless my daddy. Continue to do it. Do both. You will see if you want to stay with the hooping and hollering or do you want to be still and know God. So my gift to you, no charge, at rebuildingtheman.com/church. It's Country and Western Tuesday. A quick reminder, like this video. Hit like right now. Like. I appreciate it. Hit like. Let me see everybody hit like. Okay, I see you, I see you, I see Johnny, I see Jill. I see Mary, and I see Bill. Hitting the like. This video, I appreciate it. And we have a brand new end of the year newsletter coming up. If you like, get a free copy of our newsletter. And it's amazing, easy to read. Go to rebuildingtheman.com, I think. Join our newsletter, sign up at jesseleepeterson.com or rebuildingtheman.com. You don't want to miss out. All right? And it's the end of the year. Donate to Bond, my nonprofit, to what we're doing here. Donate at the same place, rebuildingtheman.com, or call 800-411-BOND. All right? I want to quickly just finish up on this soundbite and get to your calls. I want you to know America has the best president. And I've heard people say Trump is like number 3 out of all the presidents we've had. But right now, we are the best president ever, and you're fighting against him. He's working on your behalf. In the same way that God tried to work on your behalf, but you won't even stay present with him either. You turn against God and right into evil. All thoughts are all lies all the time. You keep believing thoughts about anything. As you believe lies about Donald Trump. People say, oh, he is importing illegal aliens. And they say, this is not right. And you say, yeah, you're right about that. Like you don't know that that's wrong. We don't need illegal in our country. These people are breaking the law just coming across the borders. And you get mad because other folks said that they're mad. As though you don't have sense enough to think for yourself. You do the same thing with thoughts. You believe them, and you don't have sense enough to know there's another way of seeing things. You won't even trust it. And some of you are working on it. I know that already. Men and women around the world, I talk to you. But even then, you say, oh, this is too hard. How long will it take? This is too rough. I can't do this. And what you don't realize, the moment you say, this is too hard, how long will it take? You're consulting with your mind, you just lost. You're consulting with you, the fuck you. You don't know you should be quiet and go through it anyway. And have no opinion about it. Don't call it too hard or too easy. Don't say I am free or slave. You're still consulting with thought you just lost. In the same way, you're losing your country. You're following a bunch of people who say Donald Trump is wrong. And they pretend like before Donald Trump, we had the best thing going on. And it's all for a thrill. Your thrills are your thrills, and it's just out of you. Even the Democrats gave speeches, so-called leaders, gave speeches at the rally across America. And you act like the Democrats has been so great all these years, and Democrats, we just want you back because you really made America great. Watch this from Fox News.
So it may have been one of President Trump's most successful weeks ever, but tens of thousands of protesters didn't see it that way, taking to the streets to rally against the king and the government shutdown and President Trump's crime crackdown. Watch this.
President Trump, we don't want you or any other king to rule us.
We will never surrender. So Donald Trump, stay the hell out of Chicago.
In this city of immigrants, in Boston, every day is No King's Day. Donald Trump is not a king. Donald Trump is a bully.
Trump does think that he's a king, and he thinks that he can act more corruptly when the government is shut down.
No kings. No kings. No kings. No kings. And we will win the victory.
Amazing. Donald Trump had never told you or said that he was a king. These evil people, all thrill seekers for themselves, not for you at all. And they're proving to you they're not going to do anything to make the country better. They've been in control of the country for years now. Are things better? Did things get better under them? But then you can go out of hold these stupid rallies and say those things, and you act like you can't think for you. You know what? Well, when they were in control, the races were more divided. There were more people victims than ever. They were relying on the government. Wars everywhere. You act like you don't have sense enough to say, well, you know what? But you follow the crowd. Isn't that amazing? You follow the crowd anyway. You're afraid to stand alone. You're afraid to be free. You're afraid that the people may hate you if you walk out of the party. As though they love you because you're at the party. They don't love you, and you don't love them. It's all for the thrill of it. When will you lay down your thrill-seeking self and have real life? You better be grateful we finally have someone that's working for us and not against us. In government, that old Bernie Sanders guy, he is socialist. And why do you think socialism is good for you? Socialism, communism is about control. They want to control you. Donald Trump wants you to be free. God wants you to be free. But you prefer being controlled by your thoughts and emotions. You prefer to be controlled by fear. God said in him there is no fear. But yeah, you said, no, what the? I want my fear. Who will I be if I don't have fear inside? God said a person with anger and resentment, which are both the same, is an evil person, a murderer, and do not trust an angry person. And you say, you know what, Jesus was angry? And you think Jesus had the anger that you have, emotional anger. Because you've been lied to by other thrill seekers. And you call them your leader. Here's an aerial picture showing protesters forming a human banner around the No Kings so-called National Day of Protest. Watch this. That's those like people?
Yeah, The writing there is made up of people. No kings. Yes on 50.
Yes on 50 is in California. They want to take on all the districts as many as possible so they can have so-called more representative in the House or somewhere in government. I never imagined for 1 minute growing up, and I grew up in Alabama on a plantation under the so-called Jim Crow laws. And I never imagined that my country can get so divided and that so many people are victims. And I want you to know, and you can bank on this, you can put your Bitcoins on this, your money, your silver, and your gold on this. Anytime you're dealing with a person who think that they're a victim, or who think that you make me angry, you make me feel good, you made me the victim, you're the one holding me back, you're a racist, you're holding me back, you're this and you're that, you're holding me back. You're dealing with, I would suggest, do what you want, that you run as fast and far away as possible from the victim. Because a victim is an evil, and it doesn't matter, man or woman, evil person, and there's no end to their destruction. A victim is a dangerous person. I promise you that. Because it's all about them and nobody else or nothing else but them. And they would do whatever it takes to get what they think they want or need, even if it meant taking your life. Do what you want, but I'm telling you the truth. A victim is an evil person. Look at the people who cry racism. Do you see the love in them? There's no love in them at all. It's all about self. All about self. And you can't give a victim enough. The more you give, the more they want. Because a victim is never a person of love. They have no love. ERIN is out of Michigan. ERIN, you are on the air.
Good morning, Jesse.
Hey, ERIN.
How are you doing this morning?
All is well. Amazing.
That's good. That's good to hear. I just had kind of a question or just to see your thoughts on something, because I know I watch your show quite a bit.
Okay.
I was just curious your thoughts on women working in the medical field.
And what about it?
Do you believe that women should work in the medical field, or do you believe they should not be in the medical field?
I mean, if a woman is not married, don't have a husband to take care of she and his children, then she should definitely work. And working in the medical field is fine. They're called nurses and nurses' aides and things like that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, how do you feel about because what about women working in pediatrics and OBGYN and doing things like that aside from just your traditional nurses and things like that and aides?
Well, because a woman is so emotional, she'll be pretty good around helping children and things like that kind of stuff. Are you Are you in the medical field?
No, I'm not. I just, like I said, I watch your show a lot, and I heard your kind of perspective, kind of that you not really disagree with it, but you didn't really agree with it. Like you said, if they're single and things like that. But I was just more curious on your...
Yeah, a single woman must work and take care of herself. She got to go to work and take care of herself. But
right.
If you're married and you have children, the husband should work and the wife be home and watch over his children.
Right, I agree with that. I'm curious on your thoughts on women being in more of a bigger radiology and psychiatry and things like that instead of those lower end fields.
Well, a woman should not be into psychiatry and stuff like that because she's crazy herself, and she can't bring you out of craziness when women are very emotional, and they base everything on what they think and how they feel. And that just gets you deeper into hell. Because I promise you, and without a doubt, an emotional person is a miserable person. Whether it's so-called good emotion or bad emotional, and you're going to always make the wrong decision.
Okay. And to just real quick, just to kind of counter that a little bit, there are studies that do show that there with women in the medical field, as far as these fields, like with general medicine and things like that I've brought up, that there are better patient outcomes that include like lower rates of death and hospital readmission because they're so compassionate and they have those emotions. How do you feel about that?
That's not true. Emotions are not good.
So, like the UCLA and like National Institute of Health, like the studies they've done showing that is not true.
You can't trust those studies. Emotional people, whether man or woman, are lost people, and you can't be helped by lost people.
Okay.
It's impossible.
Okay.
If you're lost, how can you point the way back to perfect health or mentally or physically if you're lost?
Okay, so you feel like women should just stick to like being nurses and like working in like pediatrics and like what about like OBGYN, like as far as like talking, because I have like a daughter, like I would want my daughter to see a female doctor because of just that reason specifically. I wouldn't want her to see a male.
And why
How
not?
do you feel about that?
Why not?
Because my daughter would feel more trustworthy talking to another female about her own body, whereas versus a male.
But in the good old days when men were men and women were women, women had no problem seeing men doctors because they knew they were going to get the best advice and everything. Why did it change? They didn't even, in the good old days, they didn't even trust female doctors, female period. Other females did not trust other females because they know the nature of the woman.
I can see a little bit of that being true because women can be women, and I understand that completely. I just have my own personal experience and thought of my daughter even telling me that she feels more comfortable talking to a female doctor about her body rather than male, just because. And I think society has changed that over time since the good old days, per se.
Yeah, your daughter has. If your daughter should say that to you, it's because she's been brainwashed.
Brainwashed by what?
Other women telling her it's best if you see a female. You can't trust a man, OBGYN and all that. You've trusted men, OBGYN, ever since mankind existed until recently, when they allow women to take over. That's the problem with allowing women to take over. It's not in them to lead, and they're going to always lead you straight to hell.
Okay.
They can't help it.
Interesting. All right. Yeah. I mean, I've seen studies where, there's increased percentages.
You got to stop trusting those studies. They lie. You need to know the truth for yourself, and the truth is inside of you. You can't trust studies.
Okay.
These people say what they want to say because they want to sell you pills. They want to sell you drugs. They want you to come to their office. They're selling you a bunch of thrills to make money off of you to use you.
I get that. What about, so I should just go off like my own personal like feelings and like what I feel that I would like if my own personal experience, if I go to a doctor, I personally feel comfortable with a female over a male. Am I wrong for that, or is that just my own opinion and my own right?
And a lot of people feel under pressure. They gotta do what the world say do because they want to be politically correct and they're afraid to stand alone. They want to be a part of the group. And so you get all type of, if you don't wake up, ERIN, and start seeing the truth from within yourself and get away from all these studies that you seem to be stuck on, you're going to always regret it. You're never going to have peace.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've looked at the studies and I've had my own personal experience, so it's kind of nice to hear your take on that. So I just wanted to hear your perspective, and like I said, I watch your show, I love it. I just wanted to hear your perspective on that.
Have you dropped your anger yet? Anger?
Oh yeah, I don't have any anger.
You went and forgave your mother?
Yeah.
You went and forgave her?
Yep, I spoke to her.
Did you forgive her?
Yes, I did.
What did you say to her?
I told her that I forgave her for everything that went on in my childhood that was wrong.
Have you?
And that for resenting her for it.
Yeah, and your father too?
My stepfather, yes.
Are you doing the silent prayer? Are you practice being present?
I have not done silent prayer, no, but I will look into it.
You need to do it because right now you still are not seeing clearly.
Okay.
You need to be.
Yeah, I'll look into that.
You practice being present rather than in your head about all these different studies and stats and the people of the world are evil and they lie.
Okay. Understood.
Don't be afraid to stand alone.
All right. Lesson learned. I heard you. I like your perspective.
All right. Let me know how it goes.
All right. Have a good day, Jesse.
You too now. 888-7753-773. Let me go to first-time caller Philip out of Georgia. Georgia on my mind. Hey, Philip, you're
Jesse.
on the air.
Hey, Jesse, how you doing?
All is well.
Good. Thank you for taking my call. I've been a long-time listener. Also been doing the silent prayer every evening and morning for the last few months, I'd say. So I was thinking about people who have never heard of Christianity and wondered if being saved has anything to do with knowing about Jesus or the Bible and more to do with knowing through being. So I guess the question would be, if all thoughts are lies all the time, do we need to have any knowledge about Jesus or God the Father to be saved and enter the kingdom of heaven?
Well, you are introduced to him with knowledge, but then you're not supposed to hold on to the knowledge. Let it go in one ear and out the other one, because if you hold on to the knowledge of Jesus and the Word and the Bible, it's going to keep you away from knowing him. You will be separated from him. But if you just let the knowledge go, and the light will come, wisdom will come, and you would know what Jesus knows.
And is that the same for people who have never heard of, Christianity or the Bible or Jesus, people isolated from, modern civilization or what have you?
Repeat that.
So let's
it's
say
for
there's
anyone.
someone who...
It's for anyone who want to know the truth, and they can hear about Jesus. And if they don't hold on to the knowledge of Jesus or about Jesus or God, then they can know him. They won't be separated. People who hold on to knowledge are always separated from God and from the Son.
So are you saying that being saved is dependent on someone introducing you to Jesus?
Forget about being saved, man.
Right.
That's another set-up word. The people who tell you that they're saved, they're lost.
Okay. But I guess part of my question is, what if no one gave you knowledge about Jesus or you never introduced? How could you know him? Could you know him without being introduced?
Absolutely. Because he's with you already. The truth is inside of you. The truth made flesh is in you. It's not in the Bible. It's not in the Torah. It's not in the ALYSSA Bible. It's not in the Catholic Bible. It's in you.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so you just don't have to put a label to it. You just already know.
You're better off not put a label to it if you want to know the truth. You can't have labels and the truth.
That's great. Okay. Great. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That was my question. I appreciate your time.
All right, stay with it. Have you forgiven your mother?
I have not forgiven her in person yet.
Well,
I knew you were going to ask that.
How are you going to overcome her if you don't forgive her?
You're absolutely right.
No, that was a question.
I've forgiven her in my heart, I believe. I told my brother that I forgiven my mother.
The guy said, go to her and forgive her?
That's probably what I need to do.
Did God say, go to her and forgive her?
Not in words, but yeah.
He did say that in words.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. Hold on, Philip. Let me take a break. 2 more hours to go. Back in a moment. Hate news, not the fake news. Back in a moment.
How it's just a divisive tool that the media uses, and it's just good and evil.
Yes.
And that's what we got to focus on. It really has changed my life. My perspective is totally different now. I'm more calm. I'm more peaceful. When you talk about forgiving your mother and letting go of that hate, and it just transforms you. So I just want to thank you for that and let you know that you really are doing God's work by waking people up with this message.
Amazing, Aaron. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Sure. I can hear the angels in heaven singing right now. They're rejoicing. That's amazing. Stay with the silent prayer. Speak up, don't resent, and doubt every thought. And Aaron, you have not seen anything. Anything.
A whole lot of
mess going on in this here world. This is the end of hour 1 of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. It is Country and Western Tuesday. Yeehaw! It's October 21st, AD 2025. The lines are full, but you can call in every so often just in case a line opens up, all right? It is hake news, not fake news. And JLP will be right back to your calls. Hang tight, callers. We'll also get to your super chats and more great stories. But Commie Nonsense Network, CNN reports our second greatest president, Joe Biden. I say it facetiously, okay? Facetiously, I gather, means jokingly. Has finished a round of radiation therapy for his, you got that cancer thing, in his treatment for prostate cancer. So said a spokesman, perhaps a female spokesman or a male spokesman, don't know, told Commie Nonsense Network. With his 83rd birthday, I think it would really be his 84th birthday, because his first birthday was when he was 0, right? But I don't know. Maybe birthday means anniversary since your birth. So I guess he's turning 83, I think. Approaching next month, he remains focused on recovery as he looks ahead to upcoming speaking engagements and appearances. Nice. Wow. Interesting that people want to hear him. I guess he's somewhat entertaining. He's Irish, brash, a liar. Maybe he's repented. Don't know. So we wish him well. And the National Guard and Appeals Court has handed our greatest president, Trump's administration, a victory legally after ruling that they can deploy National Guard troops to PDX. Well, not just the airport, but Portland, Oregon. PDX, sometimes we say for Portland to indicate Portland, Oregon. Despite strong, so-called strong, objections from so-called leaders in the state. Last week, this judge ruled to extend a temporary restraining order barring the deployment of troops. Not the same judge, but a different judge, I guess. Barring the deployment of troops while the appeal played out. President Trump has cited protests outside Portland's ICE facility, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, to justify sending in the troops. The ruling comes after Trump on Sunday threatened to send the National Guard to San Francisco as his administration, I don't know why they call it threatened. Maybe he said he floated the help, right? It's help, not threat. Anyway, continues to their effort to crack down on a growing list of cities that they rightly claim, Commie Nonsense Network does not admit that it is right, are plagued by crime. What a mess. And the government shutdown, you still going, right? The ramifications of the government shutdown felt across the federal so-called workforce. Senate staffers informed they will go without pay for the duration of the funding lapse as the stalemate enters its 21st day. That's 3 weeks, I think, right? Both parties face mounting pressure, supposedly, to resolve the gridlock. Hundreds of thousands of government so-called workers still furloughed. These so-called workers they're not currently receiving paychecks, expecting to get back pay after the shutdown ends, though Trump has refused to commit to providing them the back pay to all of them. Nice. Meanwhile, the TSA, that's Transportation So-Called Security Administration, says staffing shortages at some U.S. airports are causing more delays for passengers. I wonder if they're doing that kind of on purpose in order to make the public feel the hurt, in order to make them try to make them blame Trump. I don't know. Anyway, an increased number of air traffic controllers, who are probably more Democrat per capita, is my guess, not sure, have called out sick to protest the shutdown. Well, see? Trifling. I say you fire them. Because they're probably not really sick, right? Anyway, they've also taken part-time jobs to earn money. That's nice, because some of them may live hand to mouth. They may not manage their money well or whatever. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy has admitted such, right? Admitted that he got a bunch of bums working for him. I'm James Hake. Now back to JLP, Hour 2.
got to stand up strong. Think the truth about themselves to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. It's the second hour of the show already, and you can get involved by calling 888-7753-773. 888-77-JESSE. And my biblical question, I don't have one. Oh, that's right. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. No biblical question right now. Amazing! We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on jesseleepeterson.com/show. jesseleepeterson.com/show. And if you're out and about, running around, doing what you're doing, and you just can't sit and watch the show, you can podcast and still listen to the show on your phone while running around, no matter what you're doing, by calling 888-775, no, that's wrong, 605-615 on your phone, 605-615-4131, 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, and we're going to get to your super chats. Go to buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk, buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk, or Bond JLP Cash App. It's Tuesday. And every Tuesday is Country and Western Tuesday. Bring back, oh, bring back my country to me. Bring back my country to me. Who let the dogs out? Ooh, amazing. 888-77-JESSE. Let me go back to Philip. I had to put Philip on hold. A first-time caller out of Georgia. Philip, you have not gone and forgiven your mother. Why not?
I don't have a good reason. I tried to look within first and see if I had resentment and let that go first. And I feel like I'm ready to forgive her in person, and I need to do that.
And why have you done it?
That's hard to answer. Just a state of inaction for whatever reason.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
What would happen if you went to her and forgave her? What would happen, you think?
She may not accept the forgiveness, but that's not important. The point is forgiving her.
What would happen if you went and forgave her? If you were to go and face your mother, what would happen?
She would be aware of the truth that she needs to be held accountable and take accountability for the state she's put me in.
So why are you afraid to face her? That
I don't know if I am afraid. I'm ready to do it now. I should just do it.
But why have you done it if you're not afraid? Whether it's, I don't want to hurt her feelings.
It could be that, it's almost like a routine. Like I've distanced myself from my family, and I'm just so used to not being over there with them. My mother specifically, I'm so used to that state feels comfortable, and maybe I don't want to disturb that state, but that's not a good reason. It's something I need to do.
Though you have distanced yourself from them, you still not at peace because you have not forgiven them.
Yeah.
So you're still not separated from them. Physically, you may not be around them, but you're still with them. They still control you.
That makes sense. I think it's more so my mother is still controlling me.
Right. Of course.
I just
the
don't
mothers
want...
control all mothers control all children. Even those who rebel, they're still being controlled by mother rather than overcoming them by forgiving her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Me distancing myself is proof in itself that I haven't been set free from this just yet. I guess I just don't want her to impose her will upon me, but that doesn't matter.
But how will she impose her will on you? And when you truly go and apologize for resenting her, you're going to be separated from her. How can she impose her will on you once you've been taken away from her?
She can't. She can't actually. That's actually a lie, that she's able to impose her will upon me. That's not true. She can impose her will maybe on my false identity, my fake self, but me she can't touch in actuality. You're right. Yeah. It's something I need to do. I'll do that today.
And how about your father? Have you forgiven him for not protecting you from your mother?
No, I haven't. No, not in person. No.
And why not?
I thought I did in my heart, but maybe that was a lie.
And why have you done it in person?
I guess I was trying to keep the peace and not bring anything up, but doing that in itself is not bringing me peace. So it's kind of counterintuitive. It's counterproductive, rather.
What do you mean, keep the peace? What does that mean?
I don't want to bring things up and show him the wrongs that he's done.
And how is that keeping the peace?
It doesn't bring up the conversation. It doesn't keep the peace.
No, I'm asking you. Saying you want to keep the peace. How is that keeping the peace?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that means. How is that keeping the peace?
Yeah. I guess I don't want the discomfort from doing so, and that's what I mean by keeping the peace.
And what is the discomfort?
It's acknowledging the wrongdoings of my father.
And what does discomfort feel like doing that? Instability, and it's a shakiness inside. It's an uneasiness. It's some sort of reaction in my body. I'm not really sure how to describe it, but. And how will you ever overcome if you don't go and face it? Yeah, I'm not. I can't. You're right. I cannot overcome it unless I face it. That was a question. Yeah. I cannot overcome it unless I face it. So do you love being that way, living that way? No, I don't. No. You love the thrill of it? You love the thrill of being afraid? No, I don't like it. So if you didn't like it, why don't you go and overcome it? Drop it. Because I'm lying to myself, I think. I'm lying to myself that this is how you fix it, but it's not. It's like covering it up with something. It's not, but it's not getting rid of the issue. So, yeah, I'm really glad I called. You're highlighting something in my life that is so obvious, but I didn't see it because I wasn't looking at it. I was hiding it. Why do you resent your father? Because, as you said, he didn't protect me from my mother. He let my mother rule the house. He was not the head of my mother. He took a back seat. He would leave the room when things got shaky. He wasn't a strong figure or role model in that way. And he did have anger when I was younger. And instead of showing the anger, he would retreat instead of facing it and being there for my brother and I. It's all like the same thing you're doing. You with your own life, you're retreating.
You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, it really is true when you say that we end up doing the things that we hate or becoming the things that we hate.
Yeah.
And they really do put their identity on us. And it's so subtle in a way that you don't see it, but it's there. Yeah. Maybe it's not subtle to you because you have an awareness of these things.
You got to lead the party, man. Don't be afraid to lead the party.
Yeah. Yeah. You're absolutely right.
Well, I wish you well. Let me know how it goes.
I will. Thank you. I appreciate your words and your guidance, and you're absolutely right.
Are you married?
Thank you. I am married.
You are married?
Yes, I am, for a year so far.
You have children?
Not yet. I'd like to.
I would suggest you get past this before you make a baby, because you're going to retreat when your wife attack your children, as she will, because you're married to your mother.
Yeah.
You're married to the woman that you hate.
Yeah. I've seen myself growing ever since seeing your show and becoming a better person and the type of husband that a husband should be. But at first I was not before seeing your show.
I know. Does she obey you?
Not nearly enough, no.
Why are you married to a woman who would not obey you?
Because when I got married, I didn't realize the importance of that. You know, I had a recent kind of conversion in pursuit of God very recently. And it kind of happened after the fact.
Is she educated?
She is, yeah.
She's not going to make for a good wife or a mother.
Yeah, she not the way she is. I agree. She's going to have to learn to follow me and let go of her anger, because she does have that.
Have you spoken to her about it?
I have, yeah.
Is she willing to change?
She's fighting it.
Is she willing
no.
to change?
Not at the moment.
So why
No,
would you make
she's
a
not.
baby with that? The marriage is not going to last, and if you make a baby with her,
Yeah, you're right.
she's going to take your kid away from you.
Yeah, you're right. Not unless things change. You're absolutely right. Yeah. You're right. I need to fix this before doing that. That's the only way things could move forward correctly, the way it should be.
Because if you don't, you're going down the same road your father went down, and you will retreat, and you will leave your kids with her, and she will destroy them.
Yeah. Yeah. It all starts with awareness, and you've made me very, very aware recently, and things are just coming to light more and more. I'm really glad. I'm really happy that you took my call. I tried to call before, but it didn't go through, and I think I was meant to get through this time.
Are you doing this? Are you practice being present rather than in thoughts?
Yes, every day. I try to do it throughout the entire day.
Yeah.
I've been doing your silent prayer every morning and evening, and it has changed my life. It's just, I feel like I was never living since now.
Yeah, absolutely. You ain't seen nothing yet. If you stay with it, go forgive your parents, and practice staying present, you will be given a clear mind, and in everything you do, it will be clear.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. I'll stay with it.
Stay with it.
What other options do I have?
That's right. What other options? Stay in misery. Most people love their misery.
Yeah, and I'm starting to realize that. People do love it.
Yeah.
I've even pointed that out to people, which was a mistake, because they don't like to acknowledge that.
That's right.
But I realized that after the fact, yeah.
Well, you stay with it, Philip.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right.
Keep doing your thing.
I will.
All right.
Bye now. 888-7753-773. Let me do some super chat before I go back to the phone. Super.
So yesterday we had that internet outage. Not we, but the whole world did, supposedly.
Right, I heard about that.
So we missed a lot of your Cash apps since Sunday through today.
What?
So Kevin on Sunday said it's going to be a great day. And indeed it was.
Thank you, Kevin. Amazing.
And Curly says service. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Curly. Amazing.
Anthony, happy Monday, Monday, ladies.
Rainy days and Mondays always make me smile. Thank you.
And Kevin says, have a chill day.
Right on. Thank you.
Anthony, Dems, say it the way I want you to. Framer, you too, Trump.
What?
Say it the way I want you to, you Framer. You too, Trump. I don't know. Sorry, Anthony. You abbreviate so much. And then it's like you might be black, you might have slang that I don't understand. Sorry, Anthony. But thank you for your cash
thank
app.
you, Anthony. I appreciate it.
He also said your guest said Hitler's dream team, which equals Nazi rhetoric. Wow.
Oh, the guest from yesterday?
Yeah.
Adam
Mockler.
Mockler, yeah. Amazing. Check out that at rebuildingtheman.com.
Podcast,
Amazing.
JesseLeePeterson.com.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, JesseLeePeterson.com. Thank you.
And Cornerstone says, no message. Thank you,
Thank you, Cornerstone. Amazing.
Sharia, or Sharia, Sherria. Bond, thank you, with a purple heart for the O. Thank you.
You're welcome. And thank you all for the support, too, helping us to help others. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Sharia. And pardon me if I'm butchering your name. Eugene, 5 coffees. I love Adam enough to say, referring to Adam Mockler, I believe, forgive your mom and dad and return to the Father. Thank you, Jesse.
Thank you. Amazing.
Kelly, when you
It's
asked...
amazing how Adam, mother turned him away from the father.
Yeah.
He was a Muslim father. His father, she told him, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. What the?
Terrible.
Amazing.
So subversive. Kayla says, good morning. It's not Bible Thumper Thursday, but I have a biblical Bible question. Isaiah 26:21 says, the earth will reveal her bloodshed and will no longer conceal her slain. Does this mean that my mouth will call out the demons God has slain within me? Thank you.
No. No, that doesn't mean that. What?
Thank you for your 3.
Yeah, thank you, but no.
Kelly, I almost skipped you, Kelly. When you ask if psychological pain is necessary, will that work for physical pain too? Asks Kelly.
Well, if you got physical pain, it's just to the body, but psychological pain are to the emotions and thoughts and inner pain. That's what I'm referring to. Amazing. Psychological pain is not necessary. It's evil. And you can overcome that. Amazing. Thank you.
Physical pain can mess with your head, though.
Yeah. If you get into thinking about your physical pain, it will become an issue. But that's not what I refer to. Thank you, though.
3 more from Kayla. Should I be dealing with the thrills, happy, excited emotions, the same way as with the anger? Watch it and don't call it me, because all emotions are anger? Thank you.
Absolutely. Emotions, so-called thrill ones or bad thrill ones, are both the same. They're imposters. They're evil. They make you happy, and then they make you sad. They make you sad, and then they make you happy. And otherwise, you want to jump off a bridge somewhere. Happiness is not what Christ came to do. Not that kind of happiness. He came to bring you peace. You want peace over happiness. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Kayla. Brandon, 3 coffees, says, thank you, Jesse.
Thank you, Brandon. Amazing.
Brendan.
Kleina.
Pardon my butchering of your name. Man, if you think the states are crazy, come on over to Germany. I dare you. Right now, laughing with sweat. Right now, politicians try to make us believe the forests are bad because of CO2.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's amazing how people are going to fall for that. That's what's so crazy. But I understand, because you're a part of the crowd. You don't want to lead the dance floor. What the? So you don't want to lead the crowd, so you got to go along with them, whether they're right or wrong. But when you're willing to leave the dance floor, then you have another teacher inside of you, really. And he will teach you all things. Amazing. Thank you.
Back Health 101. The owner of No Kings are 2 Jews, he says.
The owner of what?
No Kings, the No Kings protests or something like that. The whatever the owner of the company that made No Kings protests or something.
made the rally?
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Thank you.
Blunt about it, the inspirational talk this morning reminds me of the oldie song, What Will You Do When the Party's Over by Willie G. Musical note emojis.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesse and the JLP crew.
Leave the dance floor alone, meaning walk away from it. Walk away from those thoughts and walk away from those feelings, those emotions inside of you and inside of others. Let them have them, but you let go. Walk away from the party. Amazing. Thank you.
Cuckoo G. Ow. Which is worse, judgment or hate?
They're both the same. If you didn't have the hate, you could not judge. It's impossible. It's literally impossible to have an opinion about anything if you don't have anger. Really. Opinions disappear. Amazing. So drop the anger.
ALL.
Or resentment. They're both the same.
ALL says, Country and Western Tuesday. Park your horse over there.
That's right. Amazing. Thank you.
Steven with a generous op. It's an op hippo with a eyesight with a guided missile and a claw. Nice.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
I got to stop there.
We'll read the rest later, guys. Thank
Amazing. Thank you. I have on my Country and Western shirt today, T-shirt, and it's a gift. It was sent to me from Jonathan Sr., the daddy, and Jonathan Jr., the son, the father and the son. So thank you for this gift. I love this shirt. Keep it piffy. Because of time. Amazing. Nice idea. Thank you. I appreciate the gift. Jonathan and Jonathan Jr. And you guys stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. I read the note. And don't ever turn back toward the party. Don't ever be afraid to stand alone from the thoughts and the feelings and other people. Really. Amazing. Let me go to Derek. He's been waiting a while out of New Jersey. Derek, you are on the air.
Oh, hi, Jesse. How's it going?
All is well, Derek.
Well, I can't really say that about my own life. I feel like I'm inching closer and closer to rock bottom.
Are you a first-time caller?
I called 2 years ago, but
okay.
I don't think you'd remember. I asked you about the black community.
Never asked a black man if he remembers. I don't. But what is rock bottom? What does that mean? You're almost at rock bottom.
Well, I've been out of work almost a year, and this job market is really rough. If I don't get things together, there's a good chance I could be spending Christmas or New Year's homeless. But on top of that, there's a lot of wounds from the past. Like, a lot of times you ask people if they've forgiven their mother. But I think my mother died ashamed of me. But I don't think I know she was.
Your mother didn't have a right to be ashamed of you. That's an ego trip. Who is she that she should be ashamed of anybody? She needs to be ashamed of herself for being ashamed of you.
Well, no. The thing is, she wasn't perfect, but I don't doubt my mother loved me. She sacrificed for me, and
your mother did not love you. You can bank on that.
I'm pretty sure she loved me, even though
if she loved you, she would not have been ashamed of you.
I mean, I crashed a car when I was a teenager. I lost my job right before COVID.
If she loved you, she would not have been ashamed of you.
I mean, you can love someone and still have criticisms for them. Like, I have criticisms for her. I wished she cut back on smoking earlier, then she might still be alive. Like,
but you don't love your mother. You have no love.
I loved my mother. Like, Even though I have criticisms for her, I still love
if
her.
you love your mother, how is it possible that you think your life is going to rock bottom or something like that?
I mean, it literally has. Like,
Why don't you get a job? How old are you?
31. I know. You're able-bodied young man should get a job.
Why you can find a
I've
job,
applied
man.
to-
You can work at McDonald's. You can work at cut
No,
grass.
like I've applied
you
to
can pick
thousands
cotton.
of fucking jobs. I've applied to thousands of jobs, and it's like no one's hiring.
And why
All
not you? Why not? You can get a job. There are a lot of jobs out there looking for people to do construction work. and
No.
all kinds of-
I've been looking like crazy, but even the crappy jobs no one wants. It's like every job I see online, I apply to, and it's like no one's hiring.
Go to them and tell them you want to work for them. Don't
I
do
did
it
that.
online.
I did the whole
Derek,
walk
I gotta
in,
run
look for the
this.
boss,
I can't
shake
help
their
you.
hand.
Derek, what's your
I
question
did
for
that.
me?
I mean, to sum it up, how do I be at peace with myself with all these problems going on?
Drop the anger. Stop thinking.
How can I stop thinking when I'm constantly reminded? Like,
By letting the thoughts go. Stop identifying with them. They're not yours and they're not you. What will happen if you stop thinking?
I don't know. I mean,
Won't you try and see what will happen if you stop thinking? Won't you try and see what will happen?
not thinking might make it worse.
Won't you try and you don't know what's going to happen? Why don't you try and see what will happen if you stop thinking?
I mean, you make it sound so easy, but
What good has it done you to think about your problems? What good has it done you?
I mean, if they didn't exist, I wouldn't have to think about them.
What good has it done you to think about them?
I mean, nothing, but they exist. I mean,
what good has it done you?
I mean, Jesse, like, look,
Derek,
look at the stuff
Derek,
going
hasn't
on.
it
Like,
because of time? What good has it done you to think about them?
I'm forced to think about them because they exist.
I didn't ask you that. I asked
If
what
I had
good
a
has
job,
it done
if I
you?
had a job,
Derek,
I would be working right now. I wouldn't be
One more-
talking to you right now.
Derek, what good has it done you to think about them?
I mean, what? Am I just supposed to act like it's not happening?
Derek, what good has it done you to think about them?
Well, this was a fucking waste of time.
Derek, I can't have you cursing on the phone. Amazing. 888-7753-773. Let me go to a first-time caller, ALYSSA out of Texas. ALYSSA, you are on the air.
Hi, Jesse.
See,
How are you
Derek,
doing
think
today?
that you can't think your way out of your problems, folks. The more you think, the deeper you get into them. How come that doesn't click for you? You've been thinking about your problem all your life. Are you better for it? Derek,
No, not at
stop
all.
thinking and be free. Go ahead, ALYSSA.
Hi, sir. How are you doing today?
All is well. How are you?
I am all is well here too, sir. I am a first-time caller, but I have been listening to you for a couple of years now. I was introduced to you by my fiance, and at first, just looking back over the last couple of years from where I was to where I am now, I was really mad at you.
Hold that
You
thought.
hit some nerves.
Hold that thought. Let me take a
Okay.
quick break. Don't hang up. I'll come right back to you after this break. 888-77-JESSE. Back in a moment. Steve, thank you for calling and thanks for holding. How have you been helped by the show?
I'm going to tell you this. I believe you might go down in history as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, black man that ever lived on planet Earth, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know anybody before you that's been that great. You know, freeing the slaves is one thing, but you've been freeing people of their mind, which matters, it should be anyhow, to you more than anything else, because with the mind not being right, there ain't nothing else going to happen right anyway.
If you can doubt every thought because you're not your thoughts, if you can doubt every thought, knowing that you're not your thoughts, you don't create them, they're not from God, that they're from the deceiver, the great deceiver, Satan. If you can doubt every thought, you can be free, just like that. At an instant. Bring every thought into captivity. It's so amazing. One more time, you cannot think your way out of your situation. The more you think about it, the deeper you get into it. You're still trusting thought. The very thing that put you there, you're trusting it to bring you out. It's not going to bring you out. All thoughts are all lies all the time about anything. That's why you're in this situation. You believe thoughts. And now you think you can think. The thoughts are telling you you can think your way out of this. You cannot. But do what you want. Why don't you give it a chance? Stop thinking and see what happens. Thinking is not working. So look at you and say, you know what? Thinking is not working. All I'm doing is thinking my way into another situation or making this situation worse. Why don't I stop thinking and see what happens? Once you see what happens, but do what you want. You can't even, as my grandmother used to say, you can't even think your way out of a paper bag. What the? The Hake Report is coming up at 9 a.m. The Hake, Hake report.com from 9 to 11 a.m. E. White and James Hake is on fire. And after the Hake Report, full of energy. No one else had this energy but the American anchor baby other than Donald Trump. And they call him king. They call him amazing. The wind and the sea obeys him. The American anchor baby. Some even call him daddy. And I call him the Great White Hope. The American anchor baby at 11 a.m. Pacific time. 888 from 11 to 1 p.m. Pacific time. Sometimes we go a little longer. Or maybe a little in it sooner. But check out the American anchor baby, all right? Let me go back to ALYSSA, first-time caller out of Texas. ALYSSA, you said you were recommended by your boyfriend. At first, you were angry at me. Why?
Well, because when we'd have an argument at the heat of it, and, right in the middle of it, he'd say, all thoughts are all lies all the time. And that just made me madder and madder and madder.
And why?
Well, because it was the truth and I wasn't ready to hear it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I've been the black sheep. I've been the one that got all the blame. I was the one that was institutionalized, so I was chained with other people's problems and responsibilities as a child.
Who did that to you?
Oh, my mom and my dad. You know,
Are you the oldest?
I'm the oldest, and they are both the babies of the family. So, you know, I am the oldest, and was really treated and brought up to take care of the family. You know, my family dynamics, it wasn't, my dad got hurt, he was sick, my mom had to move into a position of being the breadwinner and the caretaker. So I did not grow up in a, you know, what people would think is a normal family dynamics.
There are no normal families.
No, there's not. And I see that now as God has put more and more people in my life that have also had sick parents. And one of my dearest friends went through the same thing. So I think it's very comforting in a way to know that, okay, you're not the only one. Like, you weren't the one being targeted your whole life. Devil just didn't go after you.
Right.
It's a big problem for a lot of people.
I counsel with people around the world every day by phone, Skype, or walk-in, individual family counseling. It's the same thing. The devil says and does the same thing to everybody. It doesn't matter your race. It doesn't matter rich or poor. He deceives all people and make them react in the same way.
Sure. No, I recognize now that my mother, she hated me.
Yeah.
And she got in between our relationship. And here recently,
between you and your father?
And my father.
Yeah.
You know, but he was also sick, and you know, she had control over him, and he let it happen.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And my daughter was killed in a car wreck in 2017, and
how old
I'd
was
been
she?
rocking along. She was 23.
May her soul rest in peace.
Yeah, and you know, Jesse, I know who has her. You know, I know. God loves me so much that he has given me a gift. He gave me a gift the night she passed. You know, there was a dream. She told me goodbye. And then it's like after that, after the numbness wore off, the shock and reality started setting back in, that Band-Aid was ripped off of every wound, bad experience that I had tried to stuff, try to numb. It all came up. And it has been a real struggle the last couple of years up until I really recognized that I hated everybody too. I was angry. I've been mad. And that anger, it was killing me and it was separating me from God. But I also had to recognize too that my father and mother, they were just earthly caretakers. And once I really recognized the influence that Satan had over our family and myself, because as a child, it was traumatic, and I dove into imagination because reality was hard, and I had no adults trying to pull me out. They were trying to institutionalize me because I was too hard for them.
Yeah.
And you know, recently my mother told me that I was just a headstrong child, but I was a child.
Yeah.
You know, you were the adult, and you were my first bully. And it explains why most of my relationships, because I was programmed. That's what I was used to. I was used to women that would say that they're my friends.
Most of your relationship, what?
They've been my real close relationships, they've just been a pattern. It's just been a pattern. Like, a lot of them were like my mother, you know, nice to me in my face, but wanting to control me.
Have you forgiven your mother?
Yes.
You told her?
I did.
And what did she say? What did you say to her, and how did she respond?
Well, what I told, because it's happened a few times because the first time I tried, she cut me off and she said, you know, you're a fabulous daughter. You know, it's like she wouldn't let me. And then like in August, I just said, you know what? I see what you're doing. I see the hold you've had over my life, and you are no longer in charge of my life. And we didn't talk for 2 months. And, you know, just recently I went back to her house and we had a conversation as recent as it was yesterday. And she said, we're going to sit here and you're going to listen, and I'm going to listen to everything you have to say. And I'm like, I fell for it one more time. And I said, okay. And I just didn't let her put all that stuff on me yesterday. And I live about an hour away from her. And on the car ride home, I just felt lighter, you know, that chain of trying to always please somebody that I will never be able to please because she's unhappy with herself.
Because of time. So did you forgive her yesterday?
Yes. I feel like I'm having a hard time even thinking about the past. I mean, it's almost like God said, okay, we're done with that. You've got to move forward.
Father too?
He has passed away.
Okay.
But I do recognize that he was sick, you know, physically, and then he was on a lot of heavy medications, you know, and addiction is deeply rooted in our family, in our family bloodline, in our history.
Did you forgive him?
I don't know. I guess the answer is no. It's like I'm moving. Because I guess I'm still mad at him because I felt like being the man of the family, you should have protected me.
He didn't know how. He married his mother.
He didn't know how.
He loved you. He just didn't know how to deal with the hell of your mother.
Thank you for saying that.
So why not forgive him so you can be free and stop being miserable?
Because it's not that, I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. And
you love the thrill of being angry?
I need to. No, I'm over. Anger is hurting me. It's hurting the people that love me.
Do you love the thrill of being angry?
Not anymore.
So why don't you drop it then? Why don't you forgive your father too and drop it?
I'm dropping it. It's dropped.
No, I'm asking, why don't you forgive your father and drop it so you can have peace?
I guess there was some self-righteousness, or maybe it's still some protection. You know, anger.
No such thing as being protected when you have anger. You're wide open to the world. When you have anger, you are not protected from the world.
Okay. No, you're right. I'm not.
A person can look at you cross-eyed and you get mad. Why are you looking at me? Or you feel shy. Oh, something must be wrong with me. He's looking at me. You're open to the world in your mind and in other people when you have resentment, anger, or whatever, emotions.
You're right.
Forgive your father, Alyssa, so that you can have peace. Your father could not help himself, just as you could not help yourself all these years but be miserable.
Okay. You're right. You're right.
And don't let the don't let the thoughts give you any excuses or reason to hold on to it. They're lying to you.
They are. Absolutely are. I recognize that. I mean, all of my thoughts are all lies all the time.
That's about anything. Absolutely.
About anything.
Yeah.
You know, I've been out here, you know, I haven't had a job in a while. You know, used to I'd get so discouraged. But I feel like as long as I'm doing the footwork, God's going to open the doors. And
when you stop
I have
believing thought, the moment you stop going with thought, believing them, all your needs will be met.
Yes, sir. I believe that.
Are you doing the silent prayer every morning, every night?
Not every morning, every night.
How will How would you get the prize from God if you don't do what He says? To seek first what's right, and He all will be added unto you. How is He going to do that if you're not doing what He said to do?
Well, I have been meditating. I have been reading my Bible.
He told you to stay present all the time. Pray without ceasing, meaning to be present all the time.
Yes.
How will He
Yes.
grant you what you want in life if you're not one with Him all the time?
He won't.
So why don't you do it?
Because I've been undisciplined, and I will work. I will do that. I have had so many blessings in just this small period of time, and I was real nervous to call you. One, being on the air, and two, kind of, just because I listen to you. Even if I'm angry, I am listening to you.
What the?
I know. Well, because you do speak a lot of truth, and not just in relationships with my, with my parents, because what you've lined out, it is true.
Yeah.
And but in in just being neutral in everything that we see on TV and with our country, staying neutral in those areas. I mean, there's just been such a benefit, not getting angry, not taking really sides. I want what's best for America first and foremost. I think,
yeah,
taking care of America is, should be all Americans.
We are not created to agree or disagree with what's happening in the world. We're not supposed to be a part of what other people are doing or how they act. We're not supposed to agree or disagree with it. And the moment you do, you become part of it.
Yeah.
But let's say
I moved out to a...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I moved out to a rural town from the big city, trying to get away from the worldly ideas and all of those things, and take it back to a more natural, organic, peaceful, to be of service. That I had to get out of my way, my own way, to be able to help others.
Yeah, the world is inside of you. You can move to a rural area. You can move to the farm. You can move to the biggest city. But if you don't overcome the world inside of you, it will still be with you.
That's right.
You got to overcome the world in you. Then you will naturally overcome the world outside of you.
That's right.
So do the prayer. I got to run, but do the silent prayer and stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. And
thank you, Jesse.
And just let every thought go. You're not your thoughts. You're not your body. The so-called good ones or bad one, all right?
All right, sir. Have a great day.
Call me again.
I will.
Okay. Bye now. 888-7753-773. Steve been waiting a while. Steve, you're on the air.
Hello, Jesse. How are you
doing?
From
North Dakota.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. How are you doing today?
All is well, Steve.
That's good to hear. All is well here. I just wanted to call you. I ended up calling last week about forgiving my parents.
Yes.
And I was saying I was going to do it this past weekend. And I ended up forgiving them here. And I have not felt peace like that ever in my life. It was a pretty crazy feeling these past couple of days. Just kind of, the thoughts are still there and everything, but it's just gotten so much easier to distance myself from them.
Absolutely. Amazing.
Yeah, it was, I went and you always say how you're trembling in your boots when you go to forgive your mother, and
yeah,
I was stuttering and so scared and so nervous. And I told her I'm sorry for resenting her, and I forgive her for everything that happened in my childhood and everything. And it was a good response. She gave me a hug and was like, "I understand." And she's like, "Well, it wasn't all that bad." And I was like, "Okay, well,
What were you afraid of?
I don't know, just whatever her response would be, I suppose.
Yeah.
But regardless, it went well, and then I went and forgave my dad, and his was, we had quite a conversation after, but he completely understood where I was coming from. So it was, it's really great. So now I'm just watching my thoughts, and, I've been taking your advice. You said to ask if I was feeling pain, to ask if it was necessary.
Nice.
I've been doing that one, and that's helped a lot too. It's made it so much easier to just drop all of that, because it's not necessary. Well, I suppose you say not to answer the question, but I think the result is it's just not necessary, right?
Yep. Thoughts and emotions are not necessary at all.
That's amazing.
Isn't that amazing?
That is so amazing.
But the world made you think thoughts and emotions are everything. Who will I be if I don't have thoughts? Who will I be if I'm not emotional? That's evil. That's hell. And people in hell want to keep you in hell with them. And that's why they keep pushing thoughts and feelings.
That's so true. I guess I just wanted to say thank you so much. I mean, I've spent so much time listening to, philosophy, religion, different types of thinking to try to heal myself. And I think you're the first person that's actually made a serious impact on any of that. So I really do want to thank you.
You're welcome. And here's what I recommend. Stay present. Don't get in, if you catch yourself in thought, come back to it and be aware of your body or something, but stay present. And in the present, where the truth lives, eternal life is there, perfect peace is there, overcoming is there. You stay present, and you're going to see what it's going to do for you. It's going to make you free. It's going to get rid of your old nature. It's just going to give you perfect life. But you got to stay present. Don't forget to stay present.
Amazing. I will, Jesse.
All right. Let me know how it goes.
Will do. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome, Steve. Amazing. Super chat. Super.
Super chats. Sky Daddy 4444. Hey, JLP. It's Charles from Cincinnati. All is well. The Antichrist is here. He will sit in the golden chair and profess he is Christ in Gaza very soon. He will do magic and deceive the globe world. Seek first, says Sky Daddy 4444.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Blonde gifted 10 Jesse Lee Peterson memberships to people in the chat.
Right on. Thank you. Amazing.
And we'll have to read the rest of these later, guys. Thank y'all. You'll buy me a coffee.
Amazing. Let me take a quick break. 1 more hour to go. Straight to your calls when I come back. Hate news and not the fake news for now. Back in a moment. Check out Punchy's Coffee. I have my own coffee now. Punchy Coffee is good. Every bag is roasted to order. Freshest flavor. Top quality. Specialty grade beans. Good. Every dime goes back to Bar, my nonprofit. And we are rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. So when you're drinking coffee and enjoying it, just know you're helping somebody. Amazing coffee. Punchy has his own coffee now. What the? And it's so good. All the way from the plantation to my own coffee. Who would have thought? Did that coffee come from the plantation? Did I pick my own coffee? Check it out. Go to rebuildingtheman.com, rebuildingtheman.com/stores, and get Punchy's Coffee.
A whole lot of mess going on in the world. This is the end of hour 2 of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. It is Country and Western Tuesday, the 21st of October, AD 2025. There is one line open. You can call in right now, even during Hake News, Not Fake News, to get on hold, to get on air with JLP in this third hour coming right up. We'll also get to more of your super chats. We see them. We appreciate them. Buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. Right there on Bond YouTube or on Jesse Lee Peterson YouTube or Jesse Lee Peterson Rumble or Cash App, Bond JLP on Cash App or other platforms as well. Pilled.net/Jesse Lee Peterson. Even Odyssey. Did you know we're still streaming on Odyssey? If you like, ODYSEE.com. Anyway, Commie Nonsense Network, CNN reports Amazon says their systems are back online after AWS, Amazon Web Services, the cloud computing platform that powers much of the internet, went down for several hours on Monday, or at least a few, or maybe more than that. Many major websites and apps, including Snapchat, Facebook, and Fortnite, were impacted. Banks and cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase reported issues, as did several U.S. airlines, or at least a few. The root cause of the outage remains unknown, but there is, quote-unquote, no sign that this was a cyber attack. So claims some cyber security expert to Commie Nonsense. Past outages on this scale have been caused by a wide variety of errors, including faulty updates, the accidental injection of bad code, or a change to third-party software that doesn't play nicely with a service. Anyway, staunch so-called conservative Sine Takaichi over there in Japan, pardon me if I'm butchering, I guess, her name, was elected Japan's first female prime minister. Sliding on down. At least she's anti-immigration, though, right? I guess. I don't know. We'll see what JLP has to say about that one day, I imagine. It marks an historic shift in a traditionally patriarchal country where men were supposed to lead, right? Politics and workplaces dominated by older men. Many so-called conservatives are welcoming Takaichi's rise, but her views have also unsettled some so-called centrist, which probably means liberal, maybe even pretty far left, centrist party members. For instance, she opposes so-called same-sex marriage, which is pretty normal to do, right? Normal to oppose. And a growing movement to allow married couples to use separate surnames, meaning different last names. She opposes that, which is also pretty sensible, seems to me. Anyway, some critics also argue, they worry actually, about her economic proposals to spend big and cut taxes. Nice. The country's struggling with sky-high inflation and living costs, so they say. No mention of immigration in this little update from Commie Nonsense Network, but immigration is a major problem, I've heard. Messing up their culture and their high-trust society, destroying it. So evil. Anyway, Tylenol, Kenvue, the American company that makes Tylenol, Kenvue, I disclaim, no endorsement, nor opposition implied, is pushing back against an FDA, Food and Drug Administration, proposal, meanwhile here in America, right, to change the painkiller's safety label. The updated label would mention a possible link between Tylenol use during pregnancy and diagnoses of autism or ADHD, also known as HDHD around here, because JLP doesn't know that it's ADHD. Can't remember, right? Anyway, in children, wow, many credible health experts. Credible means not necessarily trustworthy. Sort of trustworthy, but not necessarily, maybe. Anyway, they agree that the science does not support that claim, even as the Trump administration calls for tougher warnings, right? Better than safe than sorry, right? Anyway, they also say acetaminophen is one of the most studied medicines in history. I'm James Hake, now back to JLP, Hour 3.
got to stand up strong. Ain't the truth about themselves to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peter's son. It's the third hour of the show today, and you can get involved by calling 888-7753-773. 888-77-JESSE. Jesse, Jesse. And no biblical question right now. Hopefully tomorrow, we'll see. If you're running around and busy and you just can't sit and watch the show, you podcast, of course, but you can listen on your iPhone or iPad by calling the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. It's Tuesday. And Tuesdays are always amazing because they are Country and Western Tuesday. Bring back, oh, bring back my country to me. Bring back my country to
What the?
me. Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Amazing. 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 A spiritual battle, a warfare between good and evil. I want to show you a spiritual battle. This is like extreme, but any angry person, so-called good-feeling person or angry person, they feel good and they feel mad and they feel this, is an extreme person. Any person with anger, resentment, is an extreme person and can snap at any moment. They have no control of themselves at all. Why do you think they screw up their own children? And an angry / resentful person is an extreme. When God said an angry person is an evil person and do not trust an angry person, he wasn't playing. KCBD is reporting a dispute in a checkout line at a Marshall store in New Jersey led to a violent attack. Watch this.
Yeah, what do you think's going on in the world?
Insanity.
It is a busy Marshall's location, but on Saturday, patience ran out for one woman who ended up being arrested. Kearney police say 25-year-old Amber Thompson of Newark was angered by another customer whom she decided was taking too long in the checkout line and then threatened to harm the shopper once they got outside. Well, police say Thompson bought a set of knives, took one out of the packaging, chased the shopper down, and stabbed her several times. The victim was rushed to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The suspect was found back inside the Marshalls. Police say she was hiding in a bathroom where a bloody knife was also found. We tried to speak to many shoppers as they exited the store off camera. Some questioned whether or not there should be more security here, especially after the stabbing. Others say many people are simply on edge and acting irrationally.
Yeah, it's just crazy because it never happened.
Amazing, huh? That same spirit that caused that woman allegedly to do what they say she did is in you. And you have no love. This is why you don't pray for your neighbors, because you have no love. Your nature, your heart is wicked. Men or women, it doesn't matter. Drop the anger. Leave the party of fear and doubt, decision making, taking a side, judging. You are not created to live that way. You are not and was never created to live a life of hell. Isn't that amazing? At the store. Oh, she's taking too long. Let me kill this one. According to the story. Let me stab her. That's how you treat yourself and others. One stab after another. You might not be stabbing yourself with knives, but you're doing it with thoughts and emotions. How many stabs have you had today? Think about it. Wherever your today is and wherever it started, whatever country, how many stabs of thoughts and emotions have you had today? Of fear, of loneliness, of revenge, of doubt, of jealousy, of strife, of envy, of not being good enough, or not being too good, or being too good. How many stabs have you had today? That story from ABC 7 New York. One other quick example. Fox 10 Phoenix. A mother and son were arrested and charged with armed robbery after allegedly attacking their Phoenix neighbors with a metal pipe. Fox 10 Phoenix. What's this?
It's a dispute between these two neighbors behind me that has gone on for years, between witchcraft and armed robbery and attack on early Monday morning. Today, these two neighbors are pointing fingers at each other. Gabriela Martinez and Alberto Ayala face charges of armed robbery. Court documents claim the mother and son attacked their neighbors with a metal pipe, leaving them both with gashes on their head and necks before stealing their cell phones. Both parties say it all started with witchcraft and continuous acts being performed on voodoo dolls. Pablo Santiago is Martinez's longtime boyfriend, claiming the back-and-forth voodoo was causing his partner so much pain it was keeping her up at night.
Witchcraft, like satanic stuff. He's over there poking the dollies. As soon as he sees me in the camera, you can start feeling poking in your body.
In police interviews, Ayala said his mother was fed up. He came to her defense and jumped the wall to fight his neighbor and put an end to the voodoo. We did reach out to the victims who declined our request for an interview. As for the two suspects, they are still in jail at this time.
Mother, may I? Mother, may I? What a mess, huh? How come people believe voodoo works? Nick, you believe voodoo works? Uncle Baby?
No.
I wonder what makes people believe that somebody, your next door neighbor, or right in your same home, can create a doll and stick pins in it and somehow or another that'll affect you. What the? They believe voodoo works. When I was growing up, I used to hear about voodoo, but it was from people from foreign countries. I was like, why do they believe that, Mama? Why do you think that somebody can punch a doll and make you feel pain? You know that's in your mind. What the? All thoughts, all lies, all the time about anything. And now they're attacking one another, according to the report. Amazing, huh? A battle between good and evil. And I want to encourage you this Halloween. I don't even know if I will open my doors if people ring on your door for the candies and whatever you're giving out. Because nowadays you can't trust people for Halloween. You can't trust it anymore. They have defunded the police. They have let the inmates out of prison. They have brought in foreigners into my country, your country, my country, and all hell has broken loose. You can't even enjoy Halloween now. According to ABC News, doorbell camera video shows 3 people in Halloween masks allegedly terrorizing a family on their doorstep after attempting to break into their home in Virginia. Watch this from ABC News.
From pulling on the front door
Open the door! Open the door!
to making the motion of cutting their throat before threatening to break into the house.
I'm gonna count to 10. If this door doesn't open, we're gonna come in. 1, 2.
I said Happy Halloween when they first came, asked them to get off the property. When they didn't, that's when I realized it wasn't a joke anymore.
Our ABC affiliate WJLA speaking with Shayla, one of those family members inside. She says the 3 never got into the house.
They tore the whole thing down.
She says they made their way to the backyard, destroying her fence and the screen to the back door.
They came through there, and that's how they entered to get to our door to be able to knock on the back door.
I'm not aware of incidents that have occurred this heinous before. And that's why it's so concerning.
Police in Alexandria now investigating. The chief calling this video very alarming.
But we're going to take every step once we identify them to prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law.
They're even taking away your Halloween. (888-7753-773), and you vote for the same people. And then you have a march and a rally calling the Great White Hope King because he's trying to protect you from evil. That's how you do with God, too. God is trying to protect you from evil by telling you to go and forgive and stay present. Don't forget to stay present, he says. And I will take care of you. You don't trust that. You trust the Halloween costumes in your mind. You trust the demons in your thoughts. All thoughts are all lies all the time about anything. And you trust them. You try to see your way out of, think your way out of your problems. Can you get into crazier than that? You can't think your way into problem. You thought your way into it. What makes you think you're going to think your way out of it? You have to see your way out, not think your way out. Tiffany is out of Virginia. Tiffany, you are on the air.
You got to know when to hold 'em. Know when to fold 'em. It's Country Tuesday.
Country and Western Tuesday.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I was calling because I wanted to ask how do how do I come? I spoke yesterday with Adam, and I am very passionate about what's going on, especially in our country, because we are dealing with a generation that is not only decades apart, but centuries apart. And so they live in a whole different reality. They speak a whole different language. The things that we say is normal to us, and to them it's an insult, literally. So it's like, it's very frustrating because they think they know. And it's like, that's what I was trying to tell him yesterday.
And your question for me is what?
How do you contain the passion where I don't come off as the angry black woman. Like, you just stay calm all the time.
Well,
And I'm
by
calm, but my
dropping the
voice,
passion, all passion people are evil. When someone tell
well,
you I'm a passionate person, I am passionate about my ideas. I'm a passionate person about helping others. They'll tell you they're an evil person.
what do you call the, I don't know how to describe it. Like when you have something that you want to, express, and I don't want to say excitement, but I guess the adrenaline. So how do you, I guess calm your nerves? I don't know. Like when I called yesterday, I didn't want to sound aggressive, and I know when you come off aggressive, the person doesn't hear what you're saying.
Right. And your question is how to stop doing that?
Yeah.
Drop your anger and stay out of thoughts.
Okay. I don't.
Have you overcome your anger?
Yes.
And are you staying away from thoughts?
Yes.
If you were staying away from thoughts, you wouldn't be passionate. A passionate person is not a calm person.
So, adrenaline, or just be calm, even when it's exciting. Because I'm talking to him and you. It's like, oh my gosh, the excitement. Like I'm kind of used to speaking to you now, but like initially your nerves are all built up. It's just very hard to.
Because you're in thoughts. That's all the reason. You stop thinking, then there will be no nerve. There will be no nervousness or anything. But you got to drop the thoughts.
Okay. My next question is, how do you think we can relate to them, being that we are centuries apart?
By not relating to anyone.
Well, how do we, like, for instance, it's like they don't know what they're talking about.
Well, let them suffer.
But, and that's the thing, they are the kids that are born in 2000. Like, think about that for a second. Like, that is scary, because what do they know? And they're adults now, and as they're suffering, it's affecting our life.
Not if you don't let it.
But they're voting and stuff. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean. Like,
but you got to overcome the world, and then the voting, the people that vote in the world will have nothing to do with you.
So how do you, like, for instance, how you say you can't believe your country is going this way? That's how I feel. Like, there's no, like, our old tradition, like everything closed on Sundays, everybody focused on family. Like, it was just the golden rule. You didn't have to tell somebody to be polite. And that is all gone. And it's like, how do you accept? Because you'll say, I can't believe my country, is doing this. Like, it's the things that they're doing is like, what in the world? Like, who does that? So how do you have that frustration and still not let it,
But you don't have frustration if you overcome evil. If you overcome the world in your mind, inside of you, you're going to overcome the world outside of you, inside of others, and you won't have frustration. It will be impossible.
Okay,
and you
so you're
will
not
be
frustrated?
and you will be in control of your own world. As a matter of fact, you will be in control of the universe if you drop the thoughts and overcome the world. But
Okay,
you got to drop your anger.
Okay, so
I feel nothing about my world falling apart, my America, because it's not affecting me. It's affecting those who are identified with it.
I see.
And not with what
It's
is
just
right. They have not overcome the world.
So it's just more of a shock. Like, wow, I can't believe it's going down like this.
It's not even a
And
shock. It's just that I never expected that. I didn't know that human nature was so wicked that you took the law away from them that contained them, the physical law. They go out of control. I didn't know that was possible. But I'm not shocked by it. I just didn't know how wicked human beings are. Human beings are evil. In your own family, in your own children, your own husband, in yourself. You just didn't
Yeah.
know how wicked human beings are. They have no love. There's nothing
You're
good
absolutely
about
right.
human beings.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and that has come out a lot lately, showing just how evil people are. So you just look at it and say, "Wow, like I didn't know it was that level," and just keep. So you just, because I'm going to be an advocate like you know, one day, and I'm trying to get my communication skills down so that I can, you know, not seem like I'm attacking anyone, but because I don't like the way our country is going at all. And like I said yesterday, I feel like this next generation, they are so privileged that they don't understand how privileged they are, and
But
so
you're
they have
not
to create.
responsible for them. Let them suffer in their misery. You just overcome the world. You'll be fine.
Aren't we supposed to be, you know, leaders and stewardess and take care of our community and our offspring?
No. How can you
What
do
if
that
God
when?
let you?
How can you do that when of yourself you could do nothing? Of yourself you know nothing. You couldn't even take care of yourself. How you gonna take care of someone else?
It's not me doing it. It's through God. Just like
But you don't even know what that means yet.
I'm learning.
But you don't know what it means until you overcome your world inside of you.
I think I've overcome my world inside of me.
If you had, you wouldn't be a passionate person.
I was using that as a, you know, because I didn't think of another word. Like that's why I use adrenaline. But yeah, I am working on myself every day. I do my silent prayer. Before I even get out of the bed, I do it, and I stay present all the time.
Well, stay with it, and let truth direct your path, and you will be forced, but with love and not forced with resentment. You'll be forced to be right and do right. It'll work for you. It'll work through you without your effort.
Okay, I had a dream last night that some guy was singing that song. Did you sing that song?
What song?
That you play? People of the world today. That song.
No.
I
Stand
was
up. You said you didn't want to look like a black angry woman, and
Yeah.
And why did you say that if you're free?
Because I know other people aren't free, and I've learned that you have to speak their language because they will be offended.
Why?
When
You don't have to
I'm sorry,
speak
go
their
ahead.
language. What the?
You do because
you don't.
you
Not
don't
if
have
you,
to.
If you're free, you won't speak their language because their language is of their father, the devil.
You can't be bilingual.
No. What the?
Because I always thought that you got to know your enemy to fight it. I mean, God's doing it through you, but, you know, I don't know. I just know that when I come across more relatable, I can get that message across. Because sometimes people ask
if you
me.
walk in the light, you will know your enemies.
Yeah.
And you will pray for your enemies rather than resent your enemies or wish them hell. You wish them well.
So how do okay, for instance, like when someone calls me about, I don't know, Jasmine Crockett, and I try to explain to them that she's crooked and, you know, give them things without, and I just say the facts and they get, how do I just say, stop calling me about this stuff?
Yes.
Or oh man, I'm scared. I'm not scared. I just don't want to lose America. Like it's like they're brainwashed. It's like the Twilight Zone. Remember that circles like do 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 do.
Let me tell you this because of time, and I got so
Yeah.
many callers I want to get to.
I'm sorry.
You had to overcome the world, Tiffany. You want to be in it. You're still in it and of it, while saying you don't want to be a part of it. You got to overcome the world inside of you, and then you will overcome the world outside. You haven't done that.
Okay. Okay. I just have this there I go with passion again.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna use that. I gotta use
That's
a
all
different word.
ego. Your passion is ego, which has nothing to do with God. It's of your father, the devil.
You told me if I feel this way about it, let it go, and if it happens, just let it flow.
Right.
And I'm like,
But
and
don't
that's
call
what,
it you. Don't say I am passionate. You need to be overcoming that. Stop identifying. You don't want any identities.
I see. Okay, I see now. Okay. And last question. When you said Jesus said don't believe in him, were you meaning like the stories behind him, like just believe in, like, because I had missed the last part of what you were saying earlier when you was like, Jesus said don't.
Jesus wanted you to believe the message that he brought that point you back to the Father, but the people believed in Jesus. And they got stuck in believing in Jesus. And they did not hear the message of how to return to the Father.
Okay, I understand what you mean now. You're right. People get stuck in traditions and the whole religion thing and all this stuff. Yeah, I get it. Okay. All right, thank you.
Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it.
Okay. Oh, do you remember this song? I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody. Remember that song? About somebody.
Never ask a black man if he remembers.
Remember anything. All right, have a good day, y'all. Bye-bye.
Bye now. Amazing. Mindy is the first time call out of California. Mindy, you are on the air.
Hi, how are you?
All is well, Mindy.
It's Mandy, but...
Oh, Mandy, my bad. Eat black.
It's okay.
You're right. It is Mandy. Mandy.
Yes. Mandy, yeah.
Mandy.
So my question is, I just found out about a week ago that my 13-year-old daughter, behind my back, converted to Muslim.
Your 13-year-old daughter converted to Muslim?
Yes.
How was she able to do that without your permission?
Well, she's met a boy at school, and they've been, I guess, dating or seeing each other, and his family is from Egypt. And, you know, I just out there, I let her go over there, and they'd hang out, and I didn't know anything. I just didn't think it. I had my concern, and one day I was trying to get a hold of her, and I tracked her phone. She was at...
Mindy, hold on a minute. Mindy, your phone... Is it on our end?
Can I just try here? Hold on, Mandy. Thank you so much.
Hold on, Mandy.
Let me just put her on hold for one quick moment. I think it'll clear up here. Go ahead. Try her again, Jesse.
Okay, Mandy. Let's try it again.
Okay, is that better?
Yes. So your 13-year-old daughter met this boy at school. You let her to go over to his place, and you didn't know that they were Muslims, and now she's converted?
Yes.
Why would you let your 13-year-old go to somebody's house and not knowing who they are?
Well, I mean, she's got a sister, and that's basically, whenever they go somewhere, the older sister would be with them. So they seemed nice enough, and then all of a sudden she just started coming home with, like, jewelry that they were giving her, and like expensive jewelry, and just, it was almost like they were grooming her.
And so when you first saw that, why did you stop her from going over there?
Because I didn't want to overreact. I didn't want to push her. I didn't want to push her away, but I didn't think that was going to be a problem because we're Christian. My whole family's Christian, and I just didn't think that she would do something like that without even talking to me about it. It was a shock.
Why did her father let her do that?
Well, her dad is not in the picture.
Oh, just you?
Yeah, well, I live with my parents, my mom and my dad.
Oh, hold on a minute. Can you hold a minute?
Sure.
Okay, hold on. The treasure chest is now open on DLive, and then scratch off on peels.net. I'll be back in a moment. I will get to all of your calls. Back in a moment. Anytime you have situations happening in your life, always be still. Don't overreact. Most of the people that I know, they say, oh, I know Jesus. I love Jesus. I'm an observer. And as soon as something don't go their way, they get mad. I'm like, what the? If you overreact, folks, remember to do that. Don't overreact. And when you get mad, it's your problem. It ain't your wife's problem, your husband's problem, your neighbor, your friend, your preacher, your teacher. It's your problem. Why you think you tick? It didn't go your way or the way you think it should go. Don't have a way you think it should go. Let life just happen. Thoughts make you think that life should go the way you want it to go. And if it doesn't, if someone don't do or say or act the way you think they should act, you hate them. And then you blame them for being mad. It's the darndest thing I ever seen. But it's amazing to see it. So relax. Okay, folks, welcome back. 888-7753-773. The Hake Report is coming up at the top of this hour. The Hake, H-A-K-E report.com. From 9 to 11, white. The guy with the good hair. And then after that, the American Anchor Baby. At 11 a.m. Pacific time. You don't want to miss it. On fire. Energy all over the place. The American Anchor Baby. I want to go back to Mandy, our first-time caller out of California. So you and your kid, your daughter, live with your parents, right?
Yes.
So when you talk to her about converting to ALYSSA religion, what does she say?
Well, she just says that we don't understand. Well, we don't understand it, and that she's like, when I first found out, she's like, you hate me, you hate me, and I said, why would I hate you? You're my daughter, I love you. You know, I just don't understand why you wouldn't talk to me about this before, and hide it behind my back. And then my stepdad, he went off on her, called her a terrorist because she's wearing the thing they wear on their head. He called her a terrorist and said, not in my house, and it's just. I don't know what to do. I don't.
She wearing a head rag thing on her head too?
Yes.
Wow.
She wears it to school. I know. I know. I don't know what to. I'm just so stuck.
And did you let her father know? Is her father in her life at all?
No.
And why not?
Because I had a problem with him and my oldest daughter. And an issue. So there was a restraining order when I was pregnant with my daughter. He did something to my oldest daughter, so he hasn't been in the picture.
But she's longing for a father. That's why she's following this guy and doing those things. Why don't you make sure? Why don't you drop your anger toward her father, and so that he can come back into her life?
Yeah, I did actually. I tried to call him yesterday. I left him a message and texted him.
Did you apologize to him for the way you treated him?
I have, yes.
Oh, okay. Because that's what's wrong with your daughter. She's yearning for her father.
Right. Yeah. So what do you think I should? I'm scared that if I tell her that she can't go or see this boy anymore, or go that Islamic mosque or whatever, that she's gonna just run away, or it's like I'm gonna push her away.
Well, she's already running away from you already, and the ALYSSA religion, the Muslim religion, they're trying to conquer the world. They want to conquer Christians and Jews, and they tell your daughter and people like that they're infidels. And so here's what I recommend: you stay calm.
Okay.
Don't overreact. But let her know that she cannot be a part of that if she want to live with you.
Okay.
And leave it up to her at that point. Because you're right. If you overreact, you get angry, she's just going to, the devil, the hell in her is going to tell her to go over all the way over to the other side with this boy.
Right.
And then that's
Right.
not going to work anyway because they're so young. It's not going to work. But if you, you know what, daughter, you shouldn't do this. It's not good for you, whatever. But you stay calm, but let her know she can't do that.
Mhm.
Don't yell at her. Don't argue with her because she's going to try to make you mad so that she can use that for a reason to be a Muslim.
Right. Okay. Okay.
And
Well,
then,
I appreciate it. Yeah.
do you ever see the boy?
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I see him.
Let him know you want him to stay away from your daughter.
I should do that.
Yeah. Why don't you? Do you know his parents?
I've never met them. I know they don't speak very much English because they're from Egypt.
Why don't you go and meet them and let them know that you do not want them to convert your daughter, and that if they continue, you're going to have them arrested because she's underage.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what my stepdad was saying too. He's saying the same thing. Okay, I just didn't know if I should go that extreme.
Yeah, but you should stay calm though, so you can see what to do.
Right.
But if you overreact, you will make the wrong decision for sure.
But I should get a hold of her father, huh? And
Yeah, because your daughter 13, I promise you, she's yearning for her father.
yeah, definitely. Okay.
That's what's missing, and you can't fulfill that.
Right.
Have you apologized to her for keeping her father away from her?
I did.
You told her?
Yes.
What did she say?
She doesn't. I tried to explain. I just explained to her the situation and that. But I know she needs him. I know she needs him in her life.
And she hate you.
I don't think so. But I know she's.
If she
got
didn't
some
hate you, she
resentment.
would not be doing. She would obey you. She wouldn't be doing what she's doing.
Right. Yeah. You're right.
I promise you that. So just don't argue with her. Forgive her. I mean, apologize for keeping her father away from her, and let her father know. You know what? I'm sorry for turning you away, keeping you away from your daughter, turning you away, but she needs you now.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Thank you. I really appreciate the advice. I've been just up and I just haven't known what to do. So
The one thing I recommend you do is do not get into your thoughts about what to do. They will lead you down the wrong path.
Okay.
Don't consult with thoughts because they will lead you down the wrong path and they'll make you do the wrong thing and then they'll laugh at you.
I was thinking because I've been watching a lot of finding out about Muslim, like the history of it, and I was thinking about like sitting her down and having her watch one of those so she can really understand more about what she's getting into. Because what they're telling her, it's all about peace and love, and they know Jesus and all these things. Which, I mean, I've learned a lot this last week about how they can deceive people, and so I want her to know the full picture. Do you think that's a good idea?
Yeah. If you will watch it, absolutely. But you stay calm so she can't get mad and blame you and not watch it.
Yeah. Okay.
Because she would be looking for a reason to be angry at you so she can overreact too.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm going to stay calm. Thank you. Thank you again. You're amazing. Amazing.
Amazing. Do you do the silent prayer?
No, I'm going to start, though. I really need to. Yeah, I'm going to start today.
How would God help you if you're not present with him, but in your head with Satan trying to figure this out? How can God help you?
You're right.
No, that was a question.
No, he can't help me like that.
So practice staying present.
Okay.
Are you Latino?
No, I'm Dutch.
Oh, okay. The reason I asked because my the anchor baby is from Canada, and he was telling me that a lot of Latino girls are attracted to that religion. They start dating those boys from the Allah religion,
Well, yeah,
and they
my
become converted.
daughter is she's half black and half white.
Oh, okay. Well, you stay calm. Do not overreact, and you'll see what to do.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Amazing. Let me know how it goes.
All right. Thanks.
Okay. Amazing. Bye now. 888-7753-773. Let me go to Asia and talk to Tay. Tay, you are on the air.
Yo, what is it?
Speak up a little bit, Tay.
Hello, can you hear me?
A little bit. Speak a little loud right into the phone.
Can you hear me now?
That's much better. Yes, sir.
All right. So, yeah, you might end up like hearing me call you a little bit, because like at the point, like where I'm at in life, like I'm just trying to get a lot of understanding, you know.
Right.
Yeah, you know my age and stuff, and yeah, that's all I got is God and you, you know, because without you, man, I don't know where I'd be, you know.
You stay with it, and it's work. As long as you practice staying present and stay with it, stay with it, stay with it, it's working for you. All right, it is working.
Yo, I'm reading the comments. They wilding. All right,
But still wait for the comment for now, and because of time, and tell me what you want to talk about.
Okay, so my question is, I was watching one of your videos the other day, right? And I heard you said that God doesn't answer prayers from the intellect, like when
Right.
you know, when you talk to him in the crowd. But I did hear also you said in the same video, you said if you do pray to God and you believe what you ask for and without doubt that he'll give it to you, right?
Okay.
So what my question is, but isn't that from the intellect too?
No,
So like,
because you believe without believing. You don't think about belief. You don't say I believe. None of the things. You just you say it. Let's say words come, and you're going through some type of pain, emotional pain. Like Jesus will help me with this, but don't fill in the blanks or anything, and you will get to the point where you don't even have to say words at all. But don't say believing that you believe or that you don't believe. Just say it and leave it out there. It'll be fine.
oh, that's deep. That's deep because I didn't think about it like that, because if I do like say that I believe God and I trust and I'm not doubting, that's coming from a thought.
Yeah, absolutely. Because if you say you believe, now you got to work hard at not believing. And then when you don't believe, then you got to work hard at believing. But if you don't have either one, you don't have to do either one. And you're one with the Father.
Okay, all right, that makes sense, yeah. And so to add on to that, right? And when at church, right? In one of your videos, one guy had told you, he said that like it was on one of your shows, and he said that he been like crying out to God or something like for years, and his prayers never got answered.
Yeah.
And you told him no, because you praying to the devil.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm trying to get understanding of this, right? Like maybe like a couple years ago, I was like 19, and I was crying out to God, right? Because I mean, I didn't really have nobody to like give me leadership or to like, you know what I'm saying, lead me down the right path growing up. And I was just crying out to him. I was just asking God why, like help me. And he answered my prayers, like not like right then, but like I felt the change like within me. And he started revealing stuff to me. I felt different from within, and I got wisdom, and most of my questions were answered. So what my question is today is, how come God can answer me when I'm crying out to him, but somebody else said that they was crying for years and he never answered their prayers and they was praying to the devil. So how come that worked out for me?
If I were you, I wouldn't put any thought into that at all. Be grateful that it did work. Maybe your heart opened up to it or whatever, but don't think on that kind of stuff.
Okay. I mean, I just want to get understanding, you know.
But why do you
know what
need
I'm
to
saying?
understand that? He answered your prayer, right? And you don't know why he
Yeah.
answered. Maybe your heart was opened up to the truth at the time, but I wouldn't think about any of that because the devil gonna make you
Okay.
compare yourself to someone else. It's the same thing you do when you're trying to have a conversation with me on the phone right now, and you're looking at the chats. You can't be in the world and of it. You got to be in it, but not of it. You should not be concerned about what people are saying on the chat thing. You should work on you, keep your eyes on you, and take it off the world.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because people
Well,
are evil, and people would try to distract you, and it's not them, but it's the spirit of evil in them, and it would try to turn you away from what is right. So I would recommend you stop looking at the chat while you're speaking.
why you keep talking about it? I ain't looking at it no more.
No, I just want to make sure you stop, so that you don't get off track.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I did think about that though. I mean, I try to stay away from thoughts.
Yeah.
But I mean, just like you said though, I mean, it's been helping a lot though, because I've been staying present a lot. But I was thinking that maybe God answered my prayers because I know God looks directly at the heart, and other people that pray to Him, I don't know what their intentions truly are, and you can't hide your intentions from God, and only God knows that.
100%.
So put it like this. So I mean, I've been getting better at it and just staying one with God and not like just staying present.
Right.
He said come into my presence and not like, but let's say if I end up I think I already know the answer. If I do end up having words, because you said don't plan to have words or not. If it come, it comes.
Right.
Okay.
So if word comes, let the word come, let them flow, let them go. But don't be in your head coming up with words.
Okay. All right.
And if it happens, don't call it right or wrong, good or evil. Just let it come and go.
Okay. All right. All right. You answer my question.
You stay with it, all
good
right?
now.
Stay with it.
Yeah.
Stay with it. Stay with it. Practice staying present. And the truth will continue to change your heart. It will change your nature, everything. And you will have a life. Your burdens will be easy. Your burden will be light, and your life will be easy. I promise you that. Just stay with it.
Yeah. You want to know something funny though?
What's that?
So like, I mean, like I'm 23, right? And I've been like, I mean, this ego thing is real, man. And I say about a year ago, you popped up on my YouTube channel, and then you went away, and then something led me back to you, and then I started doing the silent prayer a little bit, but I mean, the ego I didn't want to take it serious, and I thought I knew everything.
Yeah.
So I drifted away from it, and then I got myself back in the deep hell, and then I started, I'm back now, and I can just see the light and everything, and I'm the type of person, right, like, because I moved out of my parents' house at 17, and so I've been working like since I was like 12 or 13. And so I don't know if that's from the ego or what, but I mean, I always like to like create stuff and be productive, right? And I like to help people. So like before I've been calling you, like I was doing my thing, like thinking I was in my purpose or doing whatever. And I felt like it came with a lot of stress though. Like I was doing a lot of stuff, creating it from the ego.
Yeah.
And just watching you, right? I got like more peace instead of trying to create more things. And I'm like, just let it go, and whatever happens, it'll happen without me thinking or me trying to force it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of new. It's kind of new to me. Like, you know, the ego don't want to like take it in, but I'm just trusting to follow the light, right? And the thoughts are so crazy, right? Being that I'm watching you, like because it's crazy, Jesse, how much of my ego I used to be, because I used to be in my ego with positive thoughts, right? And I thought it was me, and I used to communicate with the thoughts all day long. But now, since I know that all thoughts, even the so-called good ones that make me come up just to make me come back down, I realize those are bad too. So now Satan try to use like bad thoughts against me now because I'm not reacting to the good ones.
Yeah.
And so now the bad ones, I used to react to those, right? And I would react, and then they made a home in me. But now I'm realizing they're really not me. And now those thoughts are lessening, and now he it's funny because the same thoughts that you say that he's going to use, the spirits he uses, and now he starts saying, you're depressed. he said Jesus isn't with you, God doesn't love you. And I be laughing because it's like I'm aware, and it's so funny. And and a thought that was so funny earlier, one of the thoughts said, you're going to be the next Jesse. Yo.
Oh, man. What a mess.
What the?
I know. Well, you stay, because of time, I'm going to have to run, but you stay with him, man. You seeing him, and just don't call him you as you're doing, and just watch him. You're going to be surprised what the devil's going to say to you, how they're going to scream at you, how they're going to try to convince you, but just watch it, all right?
Yo, it's so funny, man.
Yeah. What a mess.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Tay. I got to run because of time. Call me again, though. Stay with it.
All right.
All right, buddy. Amazing. Bye. Super chat. Super
chats. Over on buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk, Eric, 5 coffees. As soon as society becomes more gynocentric, people become more unconscious. Validating people's emotions guides them deeper into the imagination.
That's for sure. Amazing. Thank you.
Nikki, 5 coffees. Jesse, I still carry out old conditioning from my fallen state. Is it necessary to overcome vices since I see I'm not the one doing it? Do I just watch the body play out its role in habits while I'm alive? Laughing with sweat.
Well, you just stay present, and the light will change your old nature, because that's the nature of evil, right? And so as you stay in the light, which is good, you want to be good. Don't think about doing good. Be good, and doing good will naturally follow. Your nature will change. It will change, but not you doing it, but the Spirit of truth. Amazing. Stay with it.
When men marry women, says Eric, their father-in-law is the devil. JLP, 5 coffees.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
I'm not clear about that.
When men marry women, their father-in-law is the devil, he says.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Eric.
Yeah, amazing.
Blunt wit. Cursing is low denominator communication. Do what you will with that. Good luck. God bless.
Thank you. Amazing.
Kim, Jesse, I have a confession. It's been a while since I've done the slut thing. However, I found myself in a situation where I was in the middle of it. I had no thought about it, no opinion of it, and to my surprise, no feeling. It was as if everything stopped working. I had no interest in it at all. In fact, the more and more I was aware what was happening, it looked and felt dumb. Now, is this something that starts to happen? I felt like a shield over me, protecting me from getting any excitement. It was scary at first, but wow, I felt protected, says Kim.
What a slut! No, you're right. Don't judge it. If you judge yourself or think you judge yourself, you're going to do it again. But if you don't have any opinion about it, you're less likely or never do it again. Amazing. Thank you.
Insta Power says consciousness on Earth is once again awakening, and it's a beautiful thing. Love is all around.
It's in the air. It's everywhere. Amazing. Thank you.
Fazul, I'm not lonely being solo these days. I was so lonely amongst the crowd. Father is present. Thanks, Jesse and crew. Life is amazing.
Amazing. Stay with us, stay with us, stay with us. And thank you for helping us help others. I got to mention Jonathan, the daddy, and Jonathan, the son. Thank you for this amazing shirt. I do appreciate it. Jonathan, the dad, and Jonathan, the son. The father and the son. I appreciate it.
Very nice. Cuckoo G Ow, how do you counter the black magic video you showed?
By not believing that stuff. And that's only happening because they believe it. It's not happening in reality. What's up? Thank you.
Jay-Z.
The devil has been defeated. He has no power, no authority at all, but to deceive you. Thank you.
Jay-Z on Punchy TV says, what a joke, Punchy.tv that is, what a joke the so-called No Kings gathering was, that for the most part was populated by a bunch of geriatric former Vietnam protesters from the 60s trying to relive their glory days.
It was a mess. And I'm surprised that the men, so many women seem to, especially older women, seem to be involved in this stuff, and the men are following it. Amazing. Thank you.
Jesse, God has given me everything, says someone with 3 coffees. How can you help me understand what I'm supposed to do with the gift of everything? The thoughts try to stab me for accepting the gift, says someone.
Stay away from the thoughts. All thoughts are all lies all the time about anything.
Eric, 5 coffees. The prettiest people do the ugliest things, says, and it's a quote from Ye, I guess.
Thank you. Amazing.
Insta power vibration is a cool thing. Music vibrates. Gangster rap. Ethereal. Vibrations. Heart.
I don't understand that, but okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Insta power, for the multiple supers. Alex from Texas, imagine your own mother gives you the Allahu Akbar, gives you to the Allahu Akbar people at 13.
I know, what a mess, huh?
Scary.
Yeah.
Shout out. Abby Dalzums says, love the new background.
Thank you. The Anchor Baby made that. Isn't that amazing?
It is.
He made it for the season. This is the season for Halloween, Thanksgiving. It's a winter season. Amazing. Thank you. The American Anchor Baby made it.
Eric says, calling it dating perpetuates the lie.
Amazing. Thank you, Eric.
And let's see. Oh, we got to read the rest of these later, guys. Thank y'all.
Thank you all very much. I do appreciate it. I am so out of time. Tomorrow, Manhood Hour in the 3rd hour. See you on the path. Bye. Mics are off.
The views, information, thoughts, and opinions expressed during this show are the individual's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of the JLP Network or Bond. Their appearance on the program does not imply an endorsement of them or any entity they represent. The material and information presented here is for general information purposes only. The JLP Network and Bond name and all forms and abbreviations are the property of its owner, and its use does not imply endorsement of or opposition to any specific organization, product, or service.
Check out my book, For Raised to Responsibility. I show you how I was able to overcome anger. The spirit of anger was taken away from me. I had it. And as a result of having anger, I was insecure. I had doubt, worry, fear. I was in a fallen state and didn't know it. And it wasn't until I went and forgave my mother who tried to turn me away from my father. I forgave my father for not being there and returned back to him. My spirit connected with his spirit, and through him, I was able to return to God. And I have perfect peace. Perfect love casts out anger. And when anger is gone, fear and doubt, worry, insecurity, suicidal thoughts, all of that is gone. And you are free. Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, or if you want an autographed copy, you can go to my website at rebuildingtheman.com. or call 800-411-BOND.